Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm Fox, and the most recent episode of the Owl House, The Intruder, gives us insight to magic. More so, how to actually create and utilize spells in this world. The demon realm is home to all sorts of spooky and mystical things, but magic has been the most elusive component thus far. How does one perform magic? Can humans perform magic? Is it possible for someone to master more than one type of magic? Well, now that we have a little bit more context, let's explain magic in the Owl House so far. Of course, spoiler warning. If you're not caught up with the Owl House, please click off now. With all that said, let's dive in. Spells in the Owl House take note from real-life influence. With magic circles, the inhabitants of the demon realm are able to perform spells with simply illustrating a circle with their fingertips and casting the spell desired from there. Now, these spells aren't made from nothing. Magic needs a power source. Now, every witch's staff, such as Ida's Owl Staff, has power embedded into them, but it's important for one to learn how to cast magic on their own. And according to Ida, magic doesn't come from nowhere. Everything comes from something. Also, according to Ida, magic in the demon realm biologically comes from a sack of magic bile attached to a witch's heart. Ew, but cool. Now, everything depends on that spell circle. The bigger the circle, the more powerful the spell will be. And all this talk of geometry doesn't come from nowhere. Magic circles are very much a thing that pulls from the real world. A space marked out by practitioners of many branches of ritual magic, which is generally believed to contain energy or form a sacred space, potentially providing them with a form of magical protection. It can be marked physically, drawn in salt, chalk, or merely visualized. Traditionally, magic circles were believed by ritual magicians to form a protective barrier between themselves and what they summoned. In modern times, practitioners generally cast magic circles to contain and concentrate the energy they raise during a ritual. There are many techniques for casting a circle, and many groups and individuals have their own unique methods. The common feature of these practices is that a boundary is traced around the working area. Some witchcraft traditions say that one must trace around the circle decile 3 times. There is variation over which direction one should start in. And if anyone in the house watched Full Metal Alchemist, then you guys may also be familiar with these circles whenever they actually performed alchemy. Back to the Owl House, however, it seems for witches in the demon realm, performing magic does lie more on the visualization side and requires focus. It's more in the mind than anything else, but it can be physically taxing, as shown by Ida performing a spell when she was already exhausted. Ida alludes to witches being able to do magic outside of their innate bowel magic and wave of a finger, but she never figured out how. Yet, Luz may have cracked the code in the 3rd act. After realizing each spell has a pattern, something that was seen through Principal Bump's security system in the previous episode, Luz is able to draw a circle on a surface, in this case a leaf, and the particular spell pattern that she saw. What was not verbally communicated but strongly implied is that performing spells this way still requires a power source. When Luz first drew the magic circle, it was on top of her phone, which, after burning away the leaf, was the platform the circle lied on. Maybe the phone could have given up a fraction of its battery life to power the spell. And when blasting Owl Ida with the light spell, Luz activated the spell with a touch of her hand, potentially powering the spell with a dose of her own life force, or, staying in line with everything that we've seen in the series thus far, her own imagination and creativity. Either way, it needed a physical touch that pulled from there. It's also worthy to mention that the name Luz is Spanish for light, so it makes sense that she can perform the light spell. A bit on the nose, but what about other magic? What makes a certain person a good fit for certain areas? For example, Willow's show of strength illustrates why she's suited for the plant track, but what makes Amity suited for the abomination track? These are the questions I hope we receive by the end of the season, which is when I fully expect to make an updated version of this topic, as I'm sure there's a lot left to learn when it comes to dealing with magic in the Owl House. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. What is your take on magic in the Owl House? How do you think Luz powered that second spell? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at RoundtableVids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at Fox. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Fox signing out.